also columnar cacti like very hot places.
Southwest of Guadalajara, there's a route that takes desert travelers through some of the finest cactus country anywhere. A special sort, the Pitayo, with large fruits called Pitayas, has its own festival, complete with contests of many sorts.
Funding for The Desert Speaks was provided by Desert Program Partners, representing concerned viewers making a financial commitment to the education about and preservation of deserts, and by the Stonewall Foundation.
There she goes. In southern Mexico, some cacti have taken on an importance that few people outside of Mexico have ever seen. The cacti are called pitayos. In early summer, people flock to a certain neighborhood in Guadalajara to purchase a special cactus fruit. It's called the pitaya. The fruits come from farther south, where the climate and soil seem to favor the biggest plants and the best harvests. Their fruits are so revered that a festival in their honor is held every year. Accompanying me on what I call the Pitaya Highway is Alberto Búrquez, who's done studies of cacti and their pollinators along the way.
I think they call it nueve esquinas. Oh my God, these are the ones they call, I think, mamayas. They're mamayas? They're huge. The colors are amazing. I don't know, these red ones look the best. Here, choose one, it's paid for.
Okay, I will try this one.
Okay, you have 10 seconds in which to evaluate it.
And this freshness that the pitaya has is not for our pleasure. It's because the pitaya wants us to disperse the little seeds.
Oh, they want us to eat them, and our digestion will remove the seed coat and enable them then to germinate.
Yes, and deposit them somewhere.
Boy, I'm salivating, Alberto. I can't help it. I melt like wax in the flame when I see pitayas. You know, the people in Baja California were able to take these in the fruiting time of the pitayas there, and they could go places where they could not go other times because they could use these for water. ¿Cómo se llama este color? Morado. ¿De cuánto valen?
Color is coded genetically in each cactus. So every tree has a certain color that will never change through their life.
Change, right? So if it's purple now, it's purple forever.
Forever. Birds are very partial to red color. They pollinate red flowers or like red fruits. And that's why we find most commonly
is the
red pitayas.
Is there any method for eating these with dignity?
They are self-contained, and it has a soft skin, like bananas, for example.
That's very true. Yeah.
So they are easy to carry,
and they keep them clean.
Eat, but they mess your hands.
Well, they mess your hands, and you have about, I think when you pick them, you have about 8 hours to sell them before they start to go bad.
This was a 3 pesos. And that one was a 5.
That was 5. So I owe him another 10. Otro 10.
We sell between 20 to 25,000 pitaya fruits every day. Unfortunately, the season only lasts 2 months out of the year. This tradition has been passed on through the generations by our ancestors, and hopefully our sons and our grandchildren will continue the same course.
The town from where these Pitayas come is having a fair, a Pitaya fair. So Alberto, it strikes me that we would be very well advised to go look for Techaluta, particularly if there's a dance there. But anyway, I've never been to a Pitaya fair before, so this is the place to go.
Fortunately for us, Techaluta is only 100 kilometers down the road from Guadalajara. Along the Pitaya highway at night, what I thought were fireflies actually turned out to be Techalutans, gathering pitayas by lamplight.
Pues se trata de para que el producto llegue pues más pronto hacia las
We
personas,
harvest
al
at night
consumidor.
so that the fruit will still be ripe by the time it gets to the market. That's why we wake up early in the morning to
Y
harvest.
así en la noche con la lámpara. brilla
We
más
harvest
la-
with headlamps, which facilitates identifying which fruits are ready to be picked.
Sí, la mayoría trabaja aquí con pitaya.
The majority of people around here work harvesting the pitayas during most of April, May, and some of June when it ends.
Como el gancho tiene picos, veces no agarra uno la bolita bien.
This
y
hook
entra
here has
ya.
barbs that we try to wrap around the fruit before we do a quick twist, detaching the fruit from the cactus.
Es cuestión de girar y este ya está para hoy. Tiene un brillo más especial la
The
que
ripe ones have a shine to them that indicates they're ready to be
somos
harvested.
varias familias. Casi por lo que
There are several families here. The owner of this property hires families so that they can be together.
en Estados Unidos,
There's a certain division of labor between the families.
es cortador y
Some harvest, others scrape the spines off the fruits. If you grab the spiny fruit from the top, you're gonna get stuck. But if you grab it from the bottom, you're okay.
Una persona? So one person can harvest 1,500 of these fruits a day.
Es un poco más fuerte el color de esta pitaya.
This particular color, this sort of purplish rose color, is closer to the wild variety of color. And this one has been cultivated. This is a better seller on the market. People like to buy this color. And these are also bigger. This is from a cultivated plant. They're very elongated buds, aren't
Very
they?
long.
They're 4 inches long.
Very
So
long.
that's 10 centimeters long.
So my bet is that is bat pollinated and is pollinated by long-tongued bats.
Long
Because
tongue
of
bats,
of the very long flower. That looks like more like a pollen robber
He's stealing.
stealing the pollen.
Well, sometime, maybe 8,000 years ago, somebody had to find that either a piece fell off and took root, or they got great fruits from one, and said, I wonder what happens if I throw this on the ground and the cutting itself took root. Which happened? Which one was it?
Well, and then they started reproducing that very good form of pitayo, the big one with very sweet juice.
And they got bigger and bigger as more and more people selected them. Did you notice that some of the plants have fallen over, but even when they fall over, they still produce fruits? That's pretty good.
Columnar cacti are resilient plants that can withstand a lot of damage, natural damage, and still produce.
I guess they really want to reproduce. 'Cause apparently the public cannot get enough pitayas. The market just seems endless. And so this idea of taking cuttings and making new orchards is expanding throughout this whole valley into the south.
And they sell the cuttings at much higher price than the pitayas themselves. And they are really valuable things. You are selling the producer, that strain that is coveted by everyone in the valley.
Like imagine, if you plant an apple tree, it takes generally 7 years to produce. Here, if they take a cutting, put it in the ground, 2 years.
That's great,
Yeah, the plants pretty well take care of themselves.
very much. And they are producing an organic product too. So half of the work has been done in the orchard.
there, yeah,
They
the
collect
easy
it,
part.
bring them, and then some fruits do not shed their spines. There has not been selection on that, but they consider them so valuable that
it's
still
worth
they
the
collect
labor.
them and remove the spines from them.
Si espina mucho. So these spines actually have a little venom in them, and they hurt when you get pricked by them, and you have to get those out, or man, you'd really be in a lot of pain. ¿Me enseña a hacer uno? Después. Ow! Those things do hurt. Come on, Alberto, no making fun of me now.
You are better at eating them than at removing the spines, for sure.
Well, you know, there's some talents that we have to develop.
Pelar pitaya.
Sí, yo vi a México a pelar pitaya. I came to Mexico, she says, just to peel the spines off the pitayas. Since I just got spines, so I'm out of here. I don't know about you. Gracias, señora. Sale aprobado. Okay, gracias.
Muchas gracias.
A part of most festivals in western and northern Mexico are horse races. They usually take place at midday when most other people are taking a siesta.
There is a strong rural culture, and top of that is horse racing. You raise horses to work in your ranch, but then you nurture them to race against your neighbor, against the other town that is north of this town, against the other state, and so on.
So there is really the epitome of yo soy más macho que tú.
Indeed, yes.
They have a special name for this sort of paired racing. Just one horse against another.
They are called carreras parejeras. And the
Parejeras.
carreras parejeras are these two horses that are racing against each other. And of course, they represent different sides of this town or this community, and it's expressed through this ritualized encounter of horse racing.
It's a lot more than just a simple horse race, right? I mean, there's a huge background cultural scene that we're watching right here.
And this has been happening for hundreds of years. After the Spaniards came into the Americas to start the conquest.
I'll tell you what, I'll try to mingle in so nobody notices me.
Yes, I bet you will mingle easily.
They won't even know it's me.
How much money are you prepared to lose
I'm
today?
prepared to bet up to 1 peso. I've seen a lot of similar parties in Mexico, but I've never seen them drinking tecates and eating pitayas. So it's part of the pitaya fair, the festival. So there are 4 races and probably 45 minutes to an hour between each. So
You couldn't make the race in 30 seconds.
yeah, but that would lose the point of the whole thing.
So you have to create expectation to eat pitayas, to drink tecates, to see the horses going back and forth. They will make several fake starts, so people will
That's
just.
right. Hey, they're starting. No, they're not.
But it's part of the whole festive occasion.
Yeah, the ambiance. So this is the end of 400 meters. And look, this is not a low-tech race. They got a photo finish computer in case there's any question at all. There's something unfair about this.
Well, I will put a bet on the white one.
I see that the pony seems to have a slight advantage here.
This is a sort of parade in which they display the quality of their horses for people to assess, then make an educated guess on which to put a bet on. And this is the contender.
2 pesos 50 centavos.
I'll take your bet.
Okay, so you're going to go with the one on the left. I'm going to go with the one on the right.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, we have to do a handshake?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. So remember, in this next race, there's a mare named La Golondrina, the swallow, running against a horse with no name.
Look how powerful it is.
Well, there's something wrong, though. I mean, if you've got a horse that's anything at all, you give it a name. I mean, even if it's nombre, name.
Are you suggesting that I'm going to lose?
I think you've put your money in a bad place, Dr. Búrquez. Okay, here comes my bet. This is the La Golondrina. She's a mare. But look at the flame of desire in those eyes.
Right, and big noses. And you know what golondrina means? Swift.
I think she can fly like a swallow.
Mine will get a name. It will be called El Sandillo de Techaluta, meaning that these big pitayas,
Big pitaya, the red ones, look like a
tasty,
watermelon.
wonderful pitayas.
Yeah. The watermelon pitaya of Techaluta.
With my 2 pesos and 25 centavos in winnings, I can buy a small pitaya back in town. The heat of competition runs high in Techaluta, and the mayor goaded me into doing something I might not otherwise have done.
I have been instructed by the municipio to participate in the Pitaya-eating contest.
Creo que lo vamos a hacer contando
I think we
a
have
las
a minute
3.
and a half to
Acuérdense,
see how
una de
many
las
of
reglas
these 5
principales
large
es
pitayas we
no
can consume.
a la 1, a la 2 y a las 3. Y bien, ahí viene para que vean qué rapidez, qué degustaciones de colmillo lo están afilando para que vean que sí saben comer pitayas en esta región. Eso es agradable, no pueden tirarla, absolutamente nada de comida pueden tirar. Por ahí les pido sin hacer trampa. Bien, por ahí ya una madrecita, le quedan 2, le quedan 1, muy bien. Excelente, vamos mamá, a comer, a comer. Termínensela, pásela, levante la mano. Bien, la mamá ganadora. Bien, David todavía saboreando las ricas pitayas. Él sí siguió la regla, para que vean a David. ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! Bien, les está invitando a su pitaya, David. Un aplauso a David en este bonito concurso de pitayas.
Elsewhere on the Pitaya Highway, pitayas are harvested from wild plants that are just as important to the native peoples as the domesticated plants are up north. They grow in a place appropriately named Infiernillo, Little Hell.
We know that columnar cacti like dry places, and also columnar cacti like very hot places. And El Infiernillo seems a proper place to be for a columnar cacti.
It's dry and hot. One neat thing I found about here is that a lot of these cacti have retained their native names. So we've got pitiris, pachones, tiponches, and tipamos.
Wow.
They seem like tea. So let's go down, and we'll get down in the cactus forest a little bit more. Oh, stop, wait, we got...
Everywhere where there are pitayas, you will find people collecting them.
Pitire? These fruits will be available for a couple of months here, which is longer than in some other places. So till the end of June, 1st of May to the end of June, they'll be lucky enough to have pitires. And I'm lucky enough because this is the first time I've ever tasted pitire fruits.
It's almost like melon.
Oh, the fruit. Taste it, taste it. It's got a perfume in it. It's unlike our pitayas, it's not like the mameyas. Más dulce todavía.
It's perfumed.
It has a perfume to it.
It has never happened
How can
to
you
me.
have a cactus fruit with a perfume?
This really makes me think about dispersal syndromes.
Yeah.
While mammals have a very keen sense of smell, bats disperse fruits of pitaya. So the perfume on these fruits just tell me that birds apparently do not play a major role in dispersing the fruits of pitire or any other pitaya. ¿Y cuántos hijos tiene? 3.
Muy joven.
Grande. 2 botes de 20.
Ana Lilia has 3 young children, which is quite a responsibility in a wild place like this. She's able to make enough money collecting and selling these pitires to make it worth her while.
In total, she gets 2 buckets of 20 liters each every day during the whole fruiting season.
You ever feel like you're eating your way through Michoacán? Buenos días. Hay pachonas. A dos? A dos cada uno. So these are 2 pesos a piece, and the big pachonas, as they call them, are 5, but they're really big.
In many ways, I would say here we are, far into southern Mexico, looking for the origins of the Sonoran Desert.
If we were to look for what the Sonoran Desert looked like in its infancy, a million years or so ago, we could have come here and gotten an idea. I want to stop here and find out where this guy lives who makes chairs of wood. Buenos días, señora. ¿Vive allá? Bueno. Yeah, I can't imagine what a chair is going to look like made out of cactus wood.
Tiene otro nombramiento, bocote también.
The basic form of it is made out of the pitaya cactus, which also has great fruits. These slats are made out of a different plant they call otate. And do you suppose I ought to try it, Alberto, or should I just stand here looking at it? It has a great smooth feel. Feel how
Yes.
smooth and hard that wood is.
Wow.
I wouldn't expect
and light.
that. Yeah, all right. God, I'll take 4.
Una silla se hace diaria.
It takes me about a whole day to make a chair. You've got to start with a base and then build some slats for the seat. So it takes more or less a day to make one chair.
You will never expect to have a chair made of cactus wood.
Absolutely not.
And here we are.
So he actually, you can plane down real easily, smooth down. La madera, ¿cómo es la madera?
Come see the wood that I used to make the furniture.
Only in a few places I've seen objects made of columnar cacti wood.
Unas 5 sillas.
One cactus trunk will make up to 6 chairs.
De un tronco que esté gruesecito.
Look at this as part of the trunk that he's cut apart. This is cactus wood, right? Oh, that thing is heavy. So this whole piece must weigh 50 pounds, 50, 60 pounds.
I would say this is a sort of hard pine wood. Not as hard as some hardwoods, but for sure strong and heavy.
Todo esto es pitire.
Oh, yeah, it's pitire. It's hard.
Se compone aquí en la región de ejido, ¿verdad?
In this region, there are a lot of ejidos. The majority of individuals have their own little piece of land, and it's their right to do what they want with it.
Permiso de cortar.
Well, it's sort of sad, but more wood is available because some of the pitayas are dying from a long time drought. He says it's been going on for several years. I was here 2 years ago. It hasn't rained much since then. ¿Y esta madera de qué es?
Pachón.
¿Qué va a hacer de este palo?
Una camita para dormir, ¿verdad?
So we're going to get a bed made out of this. Well, that's smooth.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
This one is
Feel it.
really heavy.
Pegándole pues fuerte.
If I work really hard, it'll take me about 3 days to make this bed frame.
Formarla toda como es la cama completa, ¿verdad?
It's very comfortable to sleep on these beds because there's good airflow coming from below.
Que le está llegando.
So this bed is made out of pachon wood, and pachon is a cactus that grows only around this area, perhaps a radius of 40 miles, and that's it. That's the only place they are in the world. Okay, this is el petate. Oh, so this is woven of palm, and that's the extent of the bed.
Let's try it. You're right, David.
It isn't that great?
Go and get some pitiris for me, could you?
Oh yes, well, and a fan. I'll get someone to come fan you. Great. Well, we better head on up the road. This is just too much fun. Both cacti and agaves are native to the Western Hemisphere and have become a commercial success in their native habitats. So far, pitayas have only expanded into abandoned agricultural lands and waste places.
and their planters have maintained a broad array of genetic diversity. Cacti are quite at home in arid and semi-arid lands, and any commercial success with them is a desert bonus. So there are all sorts of stuff at work here.
Well, the rock topography of the region.
Michoacan in southern Mexico is known for its rugged coast, varied habitats, tropical fruits, and believe it or not, a town where craftsmen continue a centuries-old instrumental tradition. Next time on The Desert Speaks.
Tres. Y vamos, y arrancan y ella. Vean, Ana Gabriela Guevara ayer corrió, pero ellas con esa velocidad de viento, sin desperdiciar absolutamente nada, no pueden tirarlo. Todo deberán de comérselo.
Ya no ella.
Tan sabrosas, la que quiera degustarlas y disfrutarlas, adelante. No hay problema toda la noche, ¿eh? No hay problema. Nosotros quedamos a esperarlas.
Funding for The Desert Speaks was provided by Desert Program Partners, representing concerned viewers making a financial commitment to the education about and preservation of deserts, and by the Stonewall Foundation.